Another American already. Oh my God. But I am American. I've been here a while, and I noticed being here, I get involved in this form of conversation a lot, which is a really low form of conversation. It's the what's the difference between the US and the UK shtick. And I really hate it because there is no difference between our two countries. Just ask the Iraq War. But after many years of study, I've noticed that there is one thing that sets us apart, and it is the field trips that we went on in primary school. Because I see kids in London getting taken to all these amazing cultural centers, but when I was a kid, I went to a public school, which is different in British English, so I will translate that for you. A shitty school. Every field trip they took us on was just to various literal and or metaphorical dumps. Once they had run out of dumps and they just took us to a ditch. They were like, take them to this pre-dump, they'll learn something. And by the time we hit that ditch trip, my mom had had enough. She was like, there is no way you are going to school to go to a ditch on Yom Kippur. The school wanted to take us to a ditch on the holiest Jewish holiday. But it's not their fault. I was definitely the only Jew in the entire state. And it's hard growing up Jewish and being the only one because your relatives really want you to fuck your other relatives. They really, really want you to fuck your other relatives. I found out recently that my uncle really wants me to fuck his son, aka my cousin. And by the way, have you ever heard someone bring up their uncle anecdotally and thought, oh, I'm about to hear a nice, normal story? No, you haven't. Uncles are creepy. It is what they were designed to be. And to give you a sense of the kind of person my uncle is, he once took a family photo that he printed out and signed. He recently called me to complain about not having my phone number. And during my grandfather's recent funeral and Shiva, he made it everyone's business that he had discovered the Levi's 501. He'd come over to any table where we were congregating and he'd be like, hey, check out these jeans, look at that. It's a 501, it's a Levi's 501, it's got a button fly, look at that, it's a classic, it's the best, they don't make them like this anymore. Look at that, it's a 501. And whenever my cousin and I were hanging out, he'd start to make these comments that would escalate. He'd be like, oh, this is nice. Oh, there's nothing like cousin love. So go at it. Or, it's not against Jewish law to marry your cousin. Or, I think Talia and my son would make a nice couple. That one really shivered me timbers. And the thing is, I can't believe how many times I've had to say this, but I actually don't want to fuck my cousin. I don't want to clap cheeks with my cousin. I don't want to make sweet love with my cousin. I think I'm out of his league. I hope so. But the real reason I don't want to fuck my cousin is because I'm gay. And sometimes I tell people that, and they're like, Talia, don't you have a female cousin? Anyway, I can't tell my uncle I'm gay because, it's one thing to fuck someone with the same last name as you, and it's another to fuck someone with the same genitals because of Hashem. And also, I think he would be like, I just don't get this whole lesbian thing. It doesn't seem very ergonomic, when I'm an architect. And have you tried fucking your cousin? Because it's a classic. It's the best. You have to try it. I've been doing it for years. It's just the best. Thank you, guys.